everyone, welcome back. Lately I've been seeing the mid-year book tags everywhere and I really wanted to do it. So I have my computer here with all the questions on it. This so far has not been a good reading year for me at all. Like I've had 2 or 3 5-star reads, so I'm really disappointed about that. I've still read a lot of like good books. Like almost every book has been like, not almost, but like a lot of books have been like 4 stars. It's okay. All right, getting started. So the best book I've read so far in 2024 is the first question, and that is, I have it here, Funny Story, Betting on You, which I read on my Kindle, and Binding 13, which I also read on my Kindle. Funny Story is about Miles and Daphne and their respective significant others both left them for each other, so then they end up living together and like fall in love, I guess. I don't know. They live together and navigate their breakups with their significant others together, and it's really sweet. I really liked it actually. I honestly did not expect it to like it as much as I did. Betting on You is the other one, and in that book the 2 main characters make a bet about their 2 other co-workers, saying that like girls and guys can't be friends and that their 2 co-workers are gonna like get with each other, and so they become friends to like prove that girls and guys can't be friends. And then I really liked that one. And then Binding 13, which is one of the Boys of Tommen books, which I know are insanely popular. I just started them literally 2 days ago and I'm halfway through keeping 13. I love it. I'm literally like hooked. Like I was literally drying my hair earlier, like, and like reading it on my phone. Anyways, Johnny is a rugby star who's dealing with a down there injury, and Shannon has been bullied and comes from like a really difficult home life, and they just gravitate towards each other. And I think Shannon is like, I feel like they represented her character really well. There's not like that like random personality change like as soon as she like gets with a guy that like, oh, all of her trauma is just like dissipated, and he like really tries to protect her and stay with her like despite her insecurities, and it's really cute. Okay, next, the best sequel. I also read this on my Kindle. I have Kindle Unlimited, so like if I could read it for free, I'm reading it for free. Well, I guess $11.99 a month, whatever. But that follows, what's her first name? Diana and Shane, and they are like next door neighbors. Like it's like enemies to lovers, I guess. They like fake date and join like a dance competition, and just a lot goes on in that book, and it's really entertaining. Like it was like a page flipper. I did not like it as much as the Graham Effect, and I think that's part of the Campus Diary series. I actually never checked that. That's just what it's called in my own head, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't really care. It dealt with a lot of difficult things while also keeping it like lighthearted and fun, which is also what I felt about the Graham Effect. But it was still like a page turner, light, fun, while also introducing more difficult topics, and I think Elle Kennedy also handled those topics really well in my opinion. Anyways, next, a new release I want to read but I haven't read yet. This one is kind of a cop-out. I'm gonna say Wild Love. Is that a new release? I actually don't know when it came out. I just know it's more recent. I believe, I really do. I started the first page or 2 after reading the Chestnut Spring series, and I could not do it. I think I was like all cowboyed out, but I did. I'm really excited to read it nonetheless, and I'm gonna read probably Boys of Tommen, then Out on a Limb, and then Wild Love, just to like get a little break from the cowboys, because I read like the Done and Dusted trilogy, minus obviously the last one, and I read Chestnut Springs. Like I couldn't go into another cowboy romance. Like I'm not a country girl, I'm a city girl. Like I can't do it anymore. Anyways, my most anticipated releases for the second half of the year. I'm really excited for these. I expect them all to be 5 stars, to be completely honest. So firstly, Play Along, which is the fourth book in the Windy City series. I love those books. The second one is my absolute favorite, but it's a really, really good series. Like, incredible. I love it. Like, I literally almost canceled going to my friend's birthday party because I wanted to read the third one about like Ian or Miles and like the babysitter. Like, that was the first single dad book I ever read also. And then next is Daydream, which is gonna be the third book in like the Icebreaker series by Hannah Grace. That's about like their friend Henry on the team and some other lady, and I know it's like, I believe it's a Tudor trope. I'm not really completely sure. I remember when I first read it, it kind of gave me like Nathan and Haley, who knows though, like what it actually is like. And then thirdly, Lost and Lassoed, which is the third and I believe final book in Lila Sage's Done and Dusted series. And that is about her friend who's a redhead and the first girl's brother. And they're enemies right now and have a lot of tension. But we're gonna see how that plays out in that book. I'm really excited for that. All right, next. Biggest surprise. I had kind of trouble answering this question because, like, what do you mean by biggest surprise? My biggest surprise would probably be The Rule Book by Sarah Adams, actually. That book I was really disappointed in. It was still good. It was fun. But I love Sarah Adams. Like, I'm a Sarah Adams stan. And I've given every single one of her books 5 stars. I love her books. I find them so fun, so entertaining, and so, like, quick. Rulebook could not do it. Like, I literally couldn't read it. And I expected to give it 5 stars. Like, I had no doubt in my mind that it was going to be great. Like, I didn't even give it any thought. I was like, this book is going to be great. I'm so excited. And then I gave it 3 stars, which I was really disappointed about. Next, my newest fictional crush would be Theo from Reckless. He is Winter's baby's father, and I just think how he handled finding out about his child so well, and I thought his character was so like fun, and I thought he was just a really sweet guy. And then my other one would be Johnny Kavanaugh. He is so passionate and determined, and he cares so deeply about Shannon that, like, how he acts, I don't even know if I'd want that in like real life, because like I don't want people fighting over me. This isn't a joust. But like, oh my gosh, like loving someone that much when you don't even know them in a way, like how much he cares about Shannon's well-being at school before he even knew her. And like, if he wanted to, he would, and he does. So I really like him. Anyways, moving on, my new favorite author would be Elsie Silver. New to me. She's not new, she's new to me. She wrote the Chestnut Spring series and the Wild Love series and another series that are all, I believe, cowboy-y based. And I really liked Chestnut Springs. I got through it in like, I got through the first 4 books in 4 days, and then the last book took me a couple days. It was not my favorite, and I was on a trip, so that one I kind of took longer. That one took like 3 days, but honestly, like 7 days to read a 5-book series, and the books weren't like short, so clearly I was eating them up, like genuinely. All right, next book that made me cry. Now, nobody hate me. I really dislike the Magnolia Park series. I think maybe I'm just in a point of my life where it's just too toxic for me. I tried to like it, I really did, and I really don't understand why everyone thinks it's about, like, not about, but like Gossip Girl connection, because Gossip Girl is literally my favorite show of all time. But then again, I haven't watched in a while, so I think maybe I'm just too healed to like that couple. Like, I'm in a very happy relationship, and if my boyfriend treated me like that, nope, no, he's out of there. I don't care how much like Magnolia stand up, and I couldn't deal with them. But anyways, I still read all 5 books. I hated the first book from the very first page. Did it make me cry? Yeah. Cried like this whole book. Oh my gosh. There was like that one quote. I think I underlined it, so I feel like I should be able to find it. Like, where is it? Also, Bridget dies. That shouldn't be a spoiler, but Bridget dies, and I wanted to literally cry. She was my favorite. She was the only character with a head, and they killed her off. Like, what do you mean by that? I really like Julian too, but he's quite problematic, I'll say. But anyways, that one quote about how Bridget is like her guiding light and like one of her 2 great loves. How many loves do you have in a lifetime? I was sitting on my bed. This was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Weeping. I was weeping. Like, I could not breathe. I was heartbroken. I don't even have a sister. My brother, I love him. We're not that close, so I don't know what it was that like hit me so hard, but it was like literally heartbreaking. Like, I was bawling my eyes out. Like, I have allergies. Like, I have anaphylaxis, and when I cry, my face gets like really puffy. I don't know if the two relate, but it looks like when I'm having anaphylaxis, so like it scares my family because my lips get like giant and like this area of my face swells. And reading this book, it literally looked like I was having anaphylactic shock because I was crying so much, so hard for so long. Okay, moving on though. Oh my god, my heart. Didn't even like the books. Like, I don't know why it affected me that much. A book that made me happy. It's a nice little switch from sad. That would be Done and Dusted. I read this. I had an exam on a Saturday, Monday. I had an exam coming up. I said, hey honey, you can't come visit me at school. I have to study. I read the first 2 books of the Done and Dusted series. I read Done and Dusted and Swift and Siled. Done and Dusted, I liked them both a lot, but Done and Dusted just made me happy. And it was really different from any other romance book I was reading at the time because there's no 3rd act breakup, and I loved that. Like, I was joyous when I was reading it. It was fun, it was easy, it was light, it was entertaining. There was no 3rd act breakup, no unnecessary conflict, so that just made me happy. Next, the most beautiful book I got would be, this is like a little turn from like all the romance books. I don't have it yet, but I'm gonna start by saying The Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I'm getting those for my birthday. I already know that because I went with my nana to pick them out. But the other one, Picture of Dorian Gray. I love this book. Love it. I've read it like 3 times. 3 times? Whatever. I love it. I don't know what it is. I don't even like classic books, but I saw this at like Home Sense or like Winners or something, and like it's gorgeous. It's literally like a moment for it. Like, it's literally beautiful, and like even the back is gorgeous. I haven't even taken it out of the wrapping because I'm scared because it's so beautiful. The quotes in this book, sorry, like they're so good. Alrighty. Books I want to read by the end of the year. Fourth Wing, Out on a Limb, Boys of Tommen, the new anticipated releases, obviously, and that's it. Like, I'm kind of like, oh, and I want to read Love Redesigned and the other one by Lauren Asher, and I'm excited for like the second half of the year and like what's to come, what other books like I get introduced to that and who knows, like maybe I'm gonna be watching videos or at Indigo and find another book that I didn't even expect, and like I'm just really excited. I'm really excited. I feel like the second little bit of the year is gonna be really good for reading too. Alrighty, well, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, I guess, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!